Stop. If you have been trading the last few sessions, you need to hear this before you place your next trade because right now the market is not rewarding skill, it's punishing impatience. That's exactly why I have been staying away from regular daily videos. With the ongoing geopolitical tension and the kind of irrational moves we are witnessing, this is not a trader friendly environment. This is a trap for overtrading. But today is different. Today I'm back with this update because the charts are finally giving us some important clues that could define the next move in Nifty, and I want you guys to be prepared for the same. Welcome back to Your Nifty Guy. I hope all of you are doing well. If you find value in these no nonsense practical trade plans, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the important updates, especially in markets like these. So, in this video, we'll cut through the noise, focus only on what matters, and build a clear trade plan for tomorrow. Let's get straight into the charts. Now, I'll not be going ahead and discussing all that has been happening in the markets. Everybody who would be active into trading into the Indian markets would be testimony enough to understand and what exactly is happening. Very, very irrational moves. There are some good trades which also I had taken, but then I simply believe that I got lucky and that had got nothing to do with uh, the kind of trading that I am used to do, right? The scenarios are completely reversed, and that is exactly what happening. And I'll only be discussing about today's price action, and then about the kind of observation that I had witnessed on the higher time frames, based on which we can actually prepare a plan, not just for tomorrow, but for the couple of upcoming sessions as well. And that is the reason why I decided to record this particular trade video today. The only reason why I'm staying away from recording daily trade plans is I don't want to come up, mark those levels on the charts so that you guys are looking at active trading, right? The only reason is I want to dissuade uh, especially fresh traders from actively trying to look for trades every single day. Trust me, the environment right now, the scenario right now is not at all uh, somebody is not at all friendly for somebody who is into system based trading. The irrational moves which are there is something which will be very harsh for you. Even the option selling, which is usually considered safe haven, is not been going very well. Although I am sticking, I've reduced the quantities there as well uh, in the trade setup that I am experimenting with. I have reduced the quantities right now, and I believe it's a good thing that I am also getting to experience it in such volatile conditions. Uh, so yes, even today, the option selling trade which I took, although the range which I made was a very big range, prices stayed inside that, but at the end of the day, I had to get out at cost. Uh, Apart from that, we'll be discussing today's market. So on the daily time frame, if you observe, right, so this is a daily time frame gap area, and this is the level which I had marked at before the start of today's session. This is nothing but the fib levels. Old uh, audience of this particular channel would be aware of what am I doing and where is this level coming in from. So this is nothing but the fib based on the last major swing on the daily time frame, and this was the point 0.5 to 0.618 zone that I had marked because till about yesterday the markets were exactly at the point 0.5 to 0.618 resistance zone which was there, and how we react around today would have been uh, the center point of my entire trading plan. On the three candlestick rules that we follow, we did get a reversal on Tuesday, which was yesterday, wherein the high was higher than previous high, the low was higher than previous low, as well as we got a closing which was above the previous day's high. Today we also did get a follow through, but trust me, right now, if even if this is the market bottom, if the market has to form a bottom, it is not going to go up like this, right? Remember, we have always discussed that market, if it has to ultimately form a bottom, it is coming down in a higher high, higher lows structure. So this is the last significant low. Markets, the high has still not been breached, but uh, it is not that markets are simply going and going to breach this particular high and then we are going to make a lower low. No, we will of course need to come down, form a higher low out here, and then we move ahead. So this is also known as a double bottom. But then again, the very, very basics of price action that I have always been discussing about on this particular channel. So this is what the level which I had marked. Now, if we come down on a shorter time frame, we actually opened very, very close to this level itself. And out here, if you know my trading style, I was looking at a good double top to take a short trade because we were at an important resistance level. And post this particular move and this up move which came in, this low became a very important low for me. And had the markets continued down, this would have been a good high probability short trade. Now, the beauty of system based trading is we have the you mark the levels when the markets are closed. So this was the resistance level that we had marked out here. If we see some activity, we go short. If not, we wait for our turn, and that is exactly what happened out here. Markets did not trigger this particular short trade. So of course we are waiting and watching from the sidelines. Now, like I always say, above this particular zone, we look for long entries with pullbacks. We did get a good closing, couple of candles closing, of 5 minutes candles closing above this particular zone. We did also get a pullback, but then markets went sideways for a long, long time, and ultimately the breakout also did come in, but it came in with a drop in intraday VIX. So that is something that we are, as option buyers, that is something which goes against us. Uh, if you look today, the India VIX was down almost 5.5%. It dropped at the day, then went extremely sideways throughout the day. The option premiums were not at all moving as per the chart. So that is was the reason. Again, no trades for me today. Had this particular, I'm as it is being extremely cautious with the kind of trades that I am taking. I am entering only and only if I am seeing a very, very high probable setup. Otherwise, I am out and observing the markets. So yes, no particular trades today, but then like I had discussed, this is something which I had observed on the daily time frame, is that we are we are still in a lower high lower low formation only, but maybe if the structure is kind of changing, if we are to look for a bottom formation out here for a short term bottom. Remember, this is not that this is going to be the ultimate bottom. This can be a short term bottom, or maybe the markets can remain sideways for some time out here. Tomorrow, most definitely we are getting a gap down opening, although we have closed near the highs. But then again, we have not actually got the daily closing. We have not got above this particular zone, right? So there can be two scenarios, and it is my duty to keep you guys aware of both the scenarios. So this is scenario number one. We are continuing in a downward trend. This was just a pullback to invite people into creating longs, and we are going down, right? So this is scenario number one. The structure on a daily time frame is still of a lower high, lower low, and we are ultimately going to go down again. So we will be breaching this low. So this low again becomes very, very important for us to confirm the bearish structure on the daily time frame. And in case if we have to see a reversal, then again also this low is important. We need to make sure that we are going down but not breaching this particular low, and then from here we again go up. And that is again when we'll be doing further analysis on the daily time frame. So it is our exact duty to look at what the market is doing going ahead into here. Is this particular thing just a pullback wherein we have taken a resistance from the levels marked on our chart and we are ultimately going down, or we are simply going to form a higher low compared to this low and then go up? That is something which the markets will be opening up in the next couple of days or weeks. Why I am speaking about gap down opening is GIFT Nifty is down. I do not know. There must be some triggers in the market. So Gift Nifty is absolutely down from the intraday highs. Gift Nifty is down almost 450 points, and that is the reason why in case if it is not recovering before tomorrow's opening, uh, we can see a gap down opening, and based on that, we will be deciding our plan of action. So I hope the scenario that I have explained on the daily time frame is quite clear with you guys. And in case of a gap down opening, yes, we can look at create in case of a very big gap down opening, like I said, in case if the gap down is a bigger gap down, most of the move will be lost overnight and we will not be getting any good trades on the intraday front. But for the sake of planning the trades above today's high, of course, we are also above this. We will be looking at a trade on the long side, but we have to keep a plan, keeping into mind that yes, we are opening with a gap down tomorrow. Let's see, 1 hour. This is the zero point 0.5 to 0.618 zone of this entire move. So in case of a very big gap down or we opening around these levels, uh, below this, I will be looking at a short entry. Right above this, we are looking for a long entry, of course, with a pullback. Below this level, we are which we can actually also look at creating a short below today's low. But then this is will be a safer level, although nothing is safe right now. Even if you do everything as per the plan, things can go south, and that is the main reason why planning your trades right now is extremely important, and your risk management is something which will be keeping you safe. Capital preservation should be your number one goal right now, although this is a very low probable scenario. But then if we open with a bigger gap down and we see some consolidation and in case if we have to form a bottom out here, we can see some good consolidation and base formation out here from which we can take a long entry as well. But then everything is subject to how and where we are opening tomorrow. And my only purpose of coming down today and explaining this, doing this particular video was the structure that is on the daily time frame and the things that you should keep in mind while you are trading. In the comments box, let me know how is trading going on with you guys. I would really appreciate if you share your trading experiences right here. Right now, trust me, the only thing which is important is keeping your capital safe, preserving your capital, trade with lower quantities, keep strict SLs, do not wait in hope or in greed, right? If you are getting profits, quick profits, take them, get out of the market, right? So, yeah. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Remember, this is not a market where you need to prove anything. If the setup is not clear, it's perfectly okay to sit on the sidelines. Capital preservation is also a strategy. Trade less, but trade with clarity. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share it with fellow traders, and subscribe to Your Nifty Guy for more such practical, no nonsense trade plans. I will see you in the next one. Till then, stay disciplined, stay patient, and let the market come to you. Cheers, and thanks for tuning in, guys.